So I recently took a trip to CVS the other day, and I discovered something that I think a lot of reviewers already are aware of. They sell movies for cheap. For $50, I got 10 different movies. One of them is a collection for 6 other movies. So really, for $50, I got like 16 movies. And they're all terrible. Now, I know my main focus is mainly video games, but I also would like to dab into other sources of media, like, I don't know, movies, TV, comics maybe, who knows. So once in a while, I would like to take a break from video games and review movies. These movies will definitely hold me out for like a year and a half or so. We'll talk about those movies at a different time, but for now, we're going to talk about Hercules. You know, Hercules, that Disney classic movie with James Woods and Danny DeVito. Well, that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the Timeless Tales Hercules. Those of you that watch Phaelus are probably already aware of this, but for those that don't know, Timeless Tales is one of the many animation studios that existed during the 80s and the 90s that made its money by being the tiny fish under the big shark of Disney, biting at the tiny scraps of revenue that Disney's more successful movies made by making crappy ripoffs. In doing so, they hoped that somebody was foolish enough to think that their movie was actually the Disney film. An act that must have worked because animation studios like these existed for quite a while. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get much out of Timeless Tales. Google had no idea what I was talking about. There is a website on the back of the case with hundreds of rare and hard-to-find titles, but it just sends you to the Shout Factory website, which doesn't have any Timeless Tales videos anywhere on it. But I found out that they did sell the Super Sentai and original Transformers, so it's not a complete loss. And IMDb didn't provide much help anyway. There was no information on it, and it only listed 4 of the voice actors, which were actually mentioned at the beginning of the movie, but they didn't do anything else too significant. The only other clue I have is that on the back there's also a Burbank Animation Studio, which does have a website, but all that really is there is a list of movies they made, and it doesn't look like the kind of website you want to stick around in. And I'm only guessing that Timeless Tales Animation has been around since the 80s, because Burbank Studios was founded in 1982, and that's the only connection I can make. Besides that, in 2012, Shout Factory also bought out Timeless Tales, which added a bunch of old shows from the 50s, but I don't know if that's including the animated movies like Hercules, because Burbank Studios still says they own it. And I'm going to be calling him Hercules instead of Heracles throughout the entire review, because that's what the movie calls him, even though it's the Greek tale, and I'm just used to calling him Hercules. Most of these movies are definite ripoffs. I mean, just read the back of the case. Hercules, son of the Greek god Zeus, is turned into a half-god, half-mortal by evil Hades, god of the underworld. Hercules is raised on Earth and retains his godlike strength. When he discovers his immortal heritage, Zeus tells him that to return to Mount Olympus he must become a true hero. With the help of his friend Pegasus, Hercules battles monsters, Hades, and the Titans. But it is his self-sacrifice which makes him a true hero. Well, there you go. Spoiled the ending. Don't have to review anymore. Bye! So the movie starts out with 2 gods fighting. Oh, and by the way, just know that this movie is riddled with errors on the Greek myth, but if I sat and listed all of them, we'd be here all day. So these 2 god kids are fighting over a staff, which makes Grandpa Hercules cranky.
Cease!
Give it back!
Cease!
Give it
Cease!
back!
Cease! I said cease! Cease! Hercules commands you.
Oh, please, great Hercules, he stole my staff.
Cease! Gods do not steal, even young ones.
Yeah, Hermes is also known as the god of thieves, and Prometheus was a Titan god, and he's most known for stealing fire for humans, but sure, Herc, let's just go with that.
What's your name?
Mars.
Mars? Mars, the future god of war.
God of War? And I am Saturn.
Ah, Saturn, the future god of nature.
God of nature. I could think of nothing better, O great Hercules.
Yeah, no, Saturn is mostly the god of agriculture, so farming and harvest, not nature. And I know I said I wasn't going to nitpick on this, and it's only 2 minutes into the story, but come on. Also, while these 2 are Mars and Saturn, the 2 Roman gods, this is still the Greek tale, since although his name is the Roman name Hercules and not the Greek Heracles, like I said before, He's still the son of Zeus, and the Greek gods are still all here. But from my research, the only difference between Heracles and Hercules is the name. So really, it's just a minor problem.
Yes, I do.
While you, young Mars, want nothing more than to destroy them.
Yes! Destroy!
Okay, Mars just took the whole it's your destiny to destroy things very easily. Maybe don't give the psychopath powers of a god.
I'll be the best god of war ever, Hercules!
You will learn that to be a god of war carries a terrible responsibility, Mars. War must only be a means of making peace, when there's no other way. War should never destroy. It should create harmony. There, the sacred pool of the swirling mirrors of time.
Will you look into the mirror?
This is where we gods watch all events on Earth. We can see the past, the present, and the future.
For the mirror shows many things. Things that were, things that are, and some things that have not yet come to pass.
You see, from the past, we learn wisdom for the present and the future.
But wait, if the future's already written, then what's the point in learning from the past for the future? So, to teach Mars the importance of not being batshit insane, he tells a story about himself becoming a god. So, Hercules' story begins with the city of Thebes being destroyed while he's out hunting. How did he not notice an army was destroying his place while he was hunting one deer?
Deianira!
Wait, hold up. Did he say Deianira? His third wife? Yeah, Hercules had 4 wives. The first one being Megara, or as you probably know her as Meg from the Disney movies. They were married until Hera drove Hercules mad and made him murder her and his children, which started him out on the 12 labors story that everybody knows. Well, technically it was 10 at first, but he had help with 2 of them, so they didn't count those. So already they're messing up with the timeline because this is loosely based off the 12 labors. And in his rage, Hercules does the only thing he could think of: yell at the gods.
In rage, I cursed the gods for my mortal pain, and for that I was made to pay a terrible, terrible price.
Game over, yeah!
Wait, hold up, you died? Well, I got better.
I curse you, Zeus! Curse you and all the gods! My own son? How could he shame me so? Cursing us all is bad enough, but to curse me, his own father, the father of all gods?
I mean, I would have been okay if he just cursed all of you lots, but to curse his own father?
Zeus, my heart bleeds for you, a betrayed father.
Okay, what the hell is going on with Hera's face? Hera doesn't have a nose. Her eyes are uneven. I mean, it looks like I drew those eyes.
Yes, Hera. He's not a full mortal, and that does make a difference. Half man, half god. The same rules don't fully apply. Besides, he wants to become immortal, like us.
If I could intervene...
Hercules chose to live the life of a mortal on Earth.
Okay, I'm just going to say it because it keeps bugging me. Hercules was born a mortal. He was never born a god and turned into a mortal. He didn't choose the mortal life chose him. He wasn't offered a seat on Mount Olympus until he died.
No, he should not die. I say we should forgive him.
Forgive him? Oh, come on, Hera, that was your one chance to get rid of Hercules easily.
Oh, that's the godly thing to do.
No, it's not.
Apollo, god of prophecy, what lies before my son? Life or death, man or god?
Judging by the ascendancy of his moon and the position of Uranus when he was born,
Whoa, okay, I didn't need to know the position of Zeus's ass. Thank you very much, Apollo.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
If I could intervene just for a moment to say...
All right, Nemesis, god of intervention. Of all things, what's your view?
Wait a second, did he say Nemesis?
Stars.
I believe that Queen Hera should decide his fate. Oh, she has been calm when you have all been angry. Neither is she related to Hercules. Her decision will be just and fair.
Except we all know that Hera hates my son to the point that I named him Heracles, or Glory to Hera, as a way to mock her and forever remind her of my infidelity. Also with the fact that she has tried to kill him several times, and since Deianira is here, that's his third wife, I can only assume that she already made him go mad and murder his first wife and child. So, that's right, that's a perfect choice.
An excellent idea, Nemesis.
I curse you all again and again!
I'm honored, great Zeus. If Hercules wants to be a god like us, then he must prove he is worthy. We could set him many labors, or a quest. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we shall call it the 12 Labors of Hercules. Well, actually, we only have time for like one. We might be able to do like 2 or 3 as cliff notes, and it's more like a quest instead of labor. So, the one quest of Hercules?
A quest?
Yes, exactly. Tell him he must go to his half-brother Eurystheus, king of Tyrans. There, he will learn of his quest.
Yes, it is I, Zeus. I was wrong to become a mortal father. No, you were wrong to curse the gods for it.
Ah, perfect still image of Zeus there, guys. What, did the budget run out or something? You see this, Mufasa? This is how you really do it.
You must first prove that you are worthy. Worthy?
They send Hercules to his half-brother Eurystheus so that he can go on his quest. But before Hercules can start on his quest, he has to save someone from a deadly lion. This lion is the Nemean lion, which is Hercules' first labor, so of course they don't mention that. But this lion was also what gave Hercules his iconic cloak. The Nemean lion was known to have golden fur, which made it impervious to mortal weapons, so Herxina put him in a chokehold and strangled him to death. He did use a club first to stun it, so I guess that part's right at least. Although from what I understand, he just found the club, he didn't craft it from a tree nearby.
Killed the lion! He wasn't meant to kill the lion. The lion was meant to kill him.
Hera, you know we can all hear you. You're not that far from us, and you're not really whispering.
You didn't do something to assist your mortal son, did you, Zeus?
I know better than to intervene in the fate of men.
Oh god, that's a laugh. Zeus not interfering with the fate of men, just their women.
My name is Hercules.
And mine is Ulysses.
By the way, I looked up Ulysses on Google, and the only name I got for the Greek myth was that Ulysses is Odysseus' Latin name. So I can only conclude that this guy is Odysseus, which is pretty amazing considering him and Hercules' story is about 400 years apart.
Can I repay you?
Lend me your knife, Ulysses. I have need to skin a rather large cat.
Wait, if the lion was impervious to mortal weapons, how did you skin it? Oh, that's easy. Athena saw me struggle and suggested I use the lion's claw, which could penetrate any defense. So why did you ask Ulysses for his knife? 'Cause I needed a new knife, wasn't that obvious?
See, Hercules? The city of tyrants.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Ah, tyrants. My fate lies there, Ulysses.
Also, it's not called the Nemean lion in this.
This man Hercules has slaughtered Cacus, the terror of the mountains. We can all travel safely again.
Three cheers for Hercules!
Cacus was a fire-breathing giant, and yes, Hercules did slay him, but that had nothing to do with the 12 labors, and again, it wasn't the lion. And this guy just sent a lot of people to their death because he's stupid and thought Hercules was wearing a giant skin cloak or some shit.
I was sent by my father Zeus and the council of the gods. You have a quest for me, Eurystheus, my brother?
A quest? Do I? A quest, of course. Now I remember. It came to me in a dream.
Would I lie?
A strange voice told me that Hercules was to slay the Hydra before he could become a god. Make any sense to you, my brother?
Real enough to be an evil idea from Hera, queen of the heavens. It is clear. Slay the Hydra. Bring back one of its heads. I will leave you now, Eurystheus. With your permission, I'll take 4 men of Tyrans to guide and assist me in my quest.
So Hercules took 4 other guys to join him on his quest, when in actuality he probably could have gone without them and it would have changed nothing. They don't do anything besides just stand there.
I leave now on my quest. I will either return from it or die. I bid you farewell, Eurystheus.
Not farewell, Hercules. Goodbye. Forever.
Yes, get on with it!
May stay with the boat if you wish, Ulysses.
You were prepared to die for me, Hercules. I would die for you. We are friends in life and in death.
Hercules did have a best friend until Hera made him go mad and made Hercules throw him off a cliff, so probably don't get too close, Ulysses. To get to the Hydra, they have to cross some swamplands.
Hercules, look!
Stymphalian birds, Hercules, guardians of the swamp, as they can hear beyond the horizon. They must have heard our sounds.
Their feathers are said to be leather and their beaks able to pierce metal armor.
Actually, according to the myth, the birds' beaks were made out of bronze and their feathers were made out of metal, not leather. Oh god, Hercules, what do we do? Don't worry, I'll deal with them like I dealt with them in the myth. Quickly, fetch me my arrows that were dipped in the Hydra's poison blood. But we haven't fought the Hydra yet! Oh dear gods. But no, the way to beat them is actually pretty much dumber.
They can hear beyond the horizon.
That's it! Quick, Hercules! Give me your cloak and your club!
Aha, they're mine now, fucker! I'm gonna go sell this on eBay.
Noise, Hercules! The Stymphalian birds hate noise!
So yeah, the whole best hearing on the earth thing is totally made up as far as I know.
Then finally, after our long and dangerous journey, the men and I arrived at the iced lake of Lerna, home of the 9-headed Hydra. At last I was to face my true destiny.
The Lake of Lerna isn't really icy, it's described as a marshy land, so I think that means it's more of a swamp. But as far as I can tell, I'm guessing it's winter, so I would say that's probably why, but I doubt they thought that far.
Hydra, evil serpent of the Ice Lake, it is I, Hercules, come to slay you. Rise and meet me, that the mighty Hydra hid like a worm when Hercules challenged it.
Fuck you say to me, you little shit!
So, to give this movie praise, they at least had the Hydra already have 9 heads and no legs like it's usually depicted. Although, the head part is inconsistent since it varies from like 6 to 50 heads.
Hole in one!
Well, yes, it is that easy to knock the Hydra's head off. I'm sure the poisonous blood and breath that's so deadly even its scent could kill won't affect anyone. No, men, we can't have you be useful.
Aw, crap. Hercules, this sucks on ice. Getting hurt.
So, thanks to Ulysses' quick thinking, they threw the Hydra into some fire, killing him. In the myth, Hercules did use fire after cutting its head off to stop them from regrowing, with help from his nephew. This was one of the labors that became invalid because of his assistance.
Get back!
Okay, the Hydra was filled with nitroglycerin. That would have been very helpful to know before you throw it in the fire. Also, every time Hercules defeats an opponent, it always cuts to Hera and the other gods, like it's a cutscene from a video game. And every time it happens, I just keep thinking of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I don't believe it! Those power rats did it again! That two-headed monster wasn't twice as smart! It was twice as stupid! I have a headache!
I just know someone helped. Nemesis, the goddess of intervention, you did it!
Oh my god, you mean the goddess of intervening intervened? I'm shocked!
I am shocked! Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
By the way, Nemesis wasn't a god of intervention. She was the goddess of retribution and revenge, and was the one who punished people for disrespecting the gods. So it just makes sense that she would be the one to help Hercules, and like, I don't know, Athena, who actually helped Hercules several times, and people probably know her more than Nemesis.
Nemesis, I forbid you to intervene this time. Hercules must act on his own.
Stars.
Queen, hey Hercules? You're not fit to live.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not concerning at all.
How long until we arrive at Tiryns, Herodotus?
2 days.
That was a great scene.
So for his final test, Hera had the people who attacked Hercules' city at the beginning attack his half-brother city and kill all the men, including the king.
Not even the king.
So I guess that was goodbye.
The mark. I saw that same sign on my own door.
That is the mark of death, Hercules. This is the work of the murderous Elis army.
From the city of Elis?
No, from the city of Sparta. What do you think, dumbass? So, this is where the story was building up towards. Hercules taking an entire city down. And how does he do it, you ask? Does he use his brute strength and skills in combat to take them down? Does he ally himself with the Amazons to take the city that way? Nope. He releases some bulls and all 5 of the guards go after them. Clearly an action that's going to be told for generations. But Hercules has to face one more challenge before his quest is finished, and it's Cerberus?
Don't look so afraid, Hercules. You're only going to die.
Cerberus. How the hell did Hera get a hold of Cerberus? And does that mean the dead are rising now? Because, you know, he was there to guard the gates. I know Cerberus was Hercules' last labor, but Hades wasn't even mentioned once in this movie. How does Hercules beat Cerberus? By making the three heads turn on each other, of course.
And who says that? Queen Hera?
I do. Yes. I am the most intelligent of the three of us, by far.
He means the most stupid!
The most stupid? How dare you?
I agree. You are stupid. Almost as stupid as you.
A wise guy, eh? And you like that?
Just like you.
I am not stupid.
And then he just spins him around and throws him into space.
And now time you went back to your mistress, Cerberus. Say hello to Hera, Queen of the Heavens!
Cerberus was usually depicted as Hercules' most challenging task. The lion was tougher than this.
Hercules!
And wouldn't you know it, the wife and kids are alive too!
Never see you again!
Father! Father!
Odd is it not, Mars, but after all of my labors in my quest to become a god, at the end of it, I chose to remain a mortal man, because I had found the priceless gift of human love again, and because I had learned to think, not fight, create, not destroy.
I mean, that's total bullcrap. Hercules didn't once use his brain at all. That was mostly Ulysses.
Yes! Yes, I've done it! Destroy!
And that is my story ended. I stayed on Earth with my family for many, many years, until my beloved Deianira passed on.
And that's how the movie ends! Wait a minute, what did I say at the beginning of this review? With the help of his friend Pegasus, Hercules battles monsters, Hades, and the Titans. But it is his self-sacrifice which makes... The back of the case was a complete lie! Where the fuck was Pegasus? Where the fuck were the Titans? And most importantly, where the hell was Hades? Ah, it's another glorious day in the underworld. The sun is shining, the souls of the damned are screaming, and Cerberus is not at the gates. I swear to us. Yeah, Zeus, hi, where the hell's my dog? What do you mean Hera took him to get revenge on your son? Well, it's winter. I was thinking me and Persephone were going to take him to the dog park, since, you know, I can only spend time with my wife 1/3 of the year. Thanks for that, by the way. Yes, Persephone is my wife. Yes, I have one of those. You know, she's also your niece/daughter. I know, Greek tales are really messed up. So, when is she going to bring Cerberus back? What do you mean he sent him to space? This movie is nothing. The animation wasn't the worst out there. It definitely wasn't good. But it just felt like a Saturday morning cartoon, really. The story was bare bones, and even though I did tear it apart, it's honestly harmless. Again, a lot of Greek tales would not be able to be told to children nowadays without heavily altering stuff. Would I recommend this? No, not at all. The only way I could think you justify watching this is if you had a bunch of friends around and you were making fun of it. But even then, this probably costs the same as the Disney Hercules costs nowadays, so you might as well just get that. At least it's better than the Dingo Picture one. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And also share this video across the internet. You have a game you want me to review? Why don't you put it down in the comment section? I might get to it. I also have a Twitter where I sometimes post updates, and a Twitch where I sometimes live stream. Thanks for watching.